Welcome to China Horse Business, the one and only podcast focusing on the booming horse market in China, bringing to you by two experts of Chinese equine industry, Zoe King and Jojo Wang from Shanghai and Hong Kong, introducing China to the world. Hi Jojo, how are you?
I'm doing good. Everything is going well for you too?
Well, it is getting pretty cold in Shanghai and Christmas is around the corner. Any plan for Christmas?
You know, it is quite difficult to travel due to the travel restriction, so I guess I will hang out with my family and friends in Hong Kong.
Well, it is what Christmas is about, a moment with family and friends. I may stay in Shanghai as well, as there are still some COVID cases in Shanghai recently. The local government calls for people to stay in and cancel unnecessary travel and gatherings. Companies' annual gala dinner are also cancelled.
The precaution is even more serious in Beijing as the Winter Olympic is approaching. So the Beijing Turf and Equestrian Association annual dinner that we mentioned in Season 2, Episode 23 is likely to be cancelled this year.
Well, the racing and equestrian competition season has almost finished in China, except for the south of China, where the weather is still good for competitions.
Yes, in today's China news, we will take a closer look at the upcoming Camelot Cup.
This will be the 24th edition of the Jumping Camelot Cup, scheduled for January 1st to 3rd, 2022, overlapping the New Year public holidays in China. 6 levels of jumping competitions will be held in 3 days from 30 cm to 140 cm height. The total prize money will reach 118,000 RMB.
This long-standing competition event was initiated by and held in the legendary Camelot Equestrian Club. With the short history of equestrian industry in China, it is quite rare to keep organizing the competition for 24 years. Apart from the Jumping Camelot Cup, the other important competition in Camelot is Asian Camelot Grand Prix since 2016. In 2019, this competition was upgraded to FEI 3-star with a significant rise of prize money reaching over 148k RMB. Camelot has the ambition to organize the competition in Guangdong and Chengdu for the next 3 years.
Unfortunately, the plan is interrupted by COVID. And ever since, the competition is suspending due to international riders' travel restrictions and COVID precaution.
Camelot is one of the first equestrian club in China and where 2 Olympic riders came from, Mr. Li Zhenqiang and his son, Mr. Li Yaofeng. They both represent China team at the Tokyo Olympics.
Yes, this is the second time that Mr. Li Zhenqiang, the father, participated in Olympic Games. The first one was in 2008 for Beijing Olympics in Hong Kong. We introduced his Olympic experience in Season 2, Episode 4. You can search for the episode and get to know more about Mr. Li.
In today's China Club session, we will further introduce the club. The Camelot Equestrian Club is located in Dongguan City, Guangdong Province, 40 minutes drive distance from Shenzhen Airport. Thanks to the distance, the club also attracts many riders and family from Shenzhen.
The club was founded in 1996 in Dongguan by Mr. Li Zhenqiang. It is his hometown. Later, Mr. Li acquired a big land with his partners at the time and moved the club to its current location. The club has an outdoor competition arena in the form of oval on the lake side. There is also a large covered arena for training and warm-up. Several small arenas are distributed alongside the hill.
More than 200 horses and ponies are training at Camelot Dongguan site. Camelot also owns a training center in Beijing for competition riders and horses during the busy competition season in the north. For wintertime, all the horses will be transported back to the Dongguan site.
In Camelot Dongguan, members and riders can enjoy a well-equipped clubhouse including restaurants, conference and exhibition centers, and a pool. 3 resident buildings are also available for members to spend a weekend in the club and for riders during the competition dates.
The club accumulated thousands of riders and members, and many of them became outstanding riders and coaches in China. This is why the Camelot is often referred as the West Point of China for riders.
Li Yaofeng's success story is the best example of the excellent training outcome of Camelot. Yaofeng is literally raised in the stable. He learned and competed side by side with his father. It is a beautiful story of father and son tradition in equestrian world.
Totally. They also inspired many Chinese riders and families. Today, we will share a father and daughter story.
You must remember the interview of the young riders Riven Ho in our Season 2, Episode 10. We interviewed her father, Dave Ho, an entrepreneur, stable manager, horse owner, and father.
Okay, morning, Dave.
Good morning. Good morning, Jojo.
Nice to have you with us this morning. So as a father and a team leader of Super RV, can you tell us more about how do you get involved in the industry?
So at the beginning, actually, we just apply some lesson for Raven, or also father of Wincy. He also had this kind of thinking before. So we just have some lesson for 2 girls. We just think this is something normal hobby for the children, but we don't know why they suddenly love this activity, this sport, something like that. We found that they are really focused. Then we start to involve to this industry, and also we also start to learn by ourselves as well.
As I have been to your stable last time, can you tell us a little bit of your competition stable and how do you operate it?
So original is just a very basic stable when we at that age. We think that we need to decorate much detail or much comfortable for our horse. Then we start to build up our team here. So when we start to do more about the equestrian area, we think that we need to consider how to manage their foot, how to train them. So also we need to build up some plan for their training, no matter the horse or Raven or Wincy. Originally, we just want to set up a small team just for the Raven and also Wincy. That's why we call Super RV. R is represent Raven. Wincy is we. We just want 2 girls to have a one very stable area to learn what they love actually, encourage them to know more about the horse, and then at that age the relationship with the horse as well. Then we will study how to do more planning on the competition. We bought a hot truck for them because we want to do this something like the European style. So to have our own stable, own horse, and own truck to make them convenience for their competition later on.
Can you tell us what's the main challenge when you start to run your own stable, competition stable? Is it hard, especially in Shenzhen?
When we really start to learn more or look into the industry, our coach or the room, they are not so really experienced or really systematic in some area in China, you ask me where is our stable. This is in Shenzhen in China. So we have the place to do that in China right now. Cannot do in Hong Kong, because Hong Kong is very expensive, right? When we have the place to do that, they just think that this is something like I'm take care of some animal, just animal. This is not your friend, not your family. So when we start to build up our stable and also establish a lot of system here, sometimes they may think that you are do too much, Why they ask the question? Because they don't have the equestrian knowledge in China.
And so you are saying that the staff's mindset is quite challenging for you. So what you did to gradually change their mindset, how you influence them?
First, I need to do it better for myself first. I need to take some lesson, for example, BHS. So I need to buy a lot of books from European or no matter in China as well. So I need to learn a lot and then explain to them one by one. So first, this is the first step I need to do by myself. Okay. Second, I need to provide some opportunity to my room as well. They need to go out to study as well with me together sometimes.
Yeah, maybe one thing you didn't mention is that I think your staff having seen you and your family taking care of the horses, the love you have given to your horses. I think the love is definitely very transmittable. They can just feel it, and they maybe gradually change their behavior, their mindset. It's a very important influence for them as well. I follow your posts, the videos you make for two girls. Why you think those videos, those promotion, those campaign are important for these girls and for your team?
Because I'm a father, I want to keep something remarkable, maybe the information or document for my daughter, Wayne. Because I think we have a responsibility to guide our children. But during this period, we need to take some record. So maybe 1 year later, I will see what we improve or what we miss right now. Remind us to do the right way. The post actually is just like the journey. We just want to capture their happiest moment or some sadness moment, something like that. So it will let her to know what she did before and what she had improved or cannot do it better later on. So we remind her to have a fresh idea what they're doing in this industry.
Yeah, definitely. Very memorable, important material for your daughter when she grow up. So can you tell our listeners where they can watch those very interesting videos that you did and you edited for those girls?
I have 3 different channels create for them. One is the Facebook. So you can search Facebook to Super RV. So you can see there are some video update, and also the WeChat channel. So WeChat channel, we have two areas. One is the video channel, and the other is the official WeChat platform.
Great, definitely, guys have to check out this.
Thank you very much, Dave. It was very inspiring and interesting, and we can see lots of love from you to your family and including your horses. So thank you so much for being our guest today. Good luck for Super RV, and we will keep in touch.
Okay, thank you.
What an impressive journey of father and daughter. We believe there are many more to come in China. We will continue to introduce them in our podcast.
Cool, that's all we have for today. In the end of the year, we want to express our gratitude to our listeners and interviewees who had followed and taken part in our podcast.
We wish you and your loved ones a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year 2022.
This is China Horse Business from Shanghai and Hong Kong, introducing China to the world. This podcast is co-hosted by Zoe King and Jojo Wang, powered by Wonder Horse, a business solution provider focusing on Chinese equine market and a bespoke equine community in China.